Okay, anybody that got the 05 target? That's T1. We said possibility we could get there. 02 is the next support. Well, look at this chart that we had talked about earlier. So it is a little bit of a problem for the long side. Short's got to get it back under 12 and stay there. Once the news comes out and this first thrust comes down to that 08 area, that's where you want to make sure you're paid, just inside the low. And then that's where the trailers, you try to get that little bit extra. And in my opinion, this is a great target right here, this 05. Anybody that's got this trade, make sure you are paid. You get a fast move. Now, you probably didn't catch that whole thing. Not many people did. But if you were in thinking, I'm going to go short side, they're going to want to take profits, as we talked, that's one dynamic today, then you got your ride. Because this happened at lunchtime, a lot of traders are going to miss this trade. And sometimes the big problem is Charlie jumps in now saying, okay, but we need to understand the dynamics. The better odds was up here where we said we had a double top. 16, we said, let's use 16 resistance. And hopefully you can get back down and get a portion of this range. So automatically we started with that notion, and we already know these legs down here are support till broken, right? So anybody that gets back in, we're using a 3-box system. This is our support box, faces this chart. And obviously, this is our fighting box. This is our resistance box. And go over those dynamics we talked about for today. So this automatically cues you into where you want to make sure you get paid. Just by knowing this information. And normally the first thing you think about in a news bar is we can retrace some of it, but you've got to give it time to play out. So the first early adopters who try to just close their eyes and buy the falling knife, a lot of times get hurt. And we said today the long side may get a little surprised, but they've had a great week. And you have to put pressure on them or else they won't come out. You have to start to erode their profits. So generals today thought better odds, making sure paid, and then the news comes out, and that's the second thrust. And these are very hard trades to participate in because of their timing. Because lunchtime, people getting ready to go, grab a bite to eat, goodbye. And I said, those traders who hang on put their profits at risk. They go out to lunch and come back and there's a surprise. Guess what? Geez, that was an expensive lunch. One of the things that we wanted to be aware of was it was a good week. At yesterday's low, RTH, we're going to consider that support until broken. So you already know risk and reward as you get down into that 5 range. Okay, how much do I have left versus this swing? And then we're going to keep an eye, obviously, on where we closed. We said once we get under yesterday's high, then we're doing a regression trade. Above it, Morning after trend day, below it, more neutral. All right, that imbalance, that differential we talked about because yesterday's range was so limited, RTH. So I'm going to look at this as backing and filling. Said I don't expect a plunge. We break O2s today, I'd be surprised. You could, but I'd be surprised. And now anybody who's trading at lunchtime, you're going to want to keep an eye on these moving averages because clearly we're now in the funnel. Okay, that's the funnel between those moving averages. And shorts have to contain the bounce and keep pressing. Lunchtime, anybody who has not captured some profits from this swing, if you were in it, don't give it all back trying for two more. So we had said if you are aiming short side, first target is 05, then you're using 02 as support for profit taking swing. And this will be a retest coming back up. And we're going to do a little bit more chop, I'm sure. I hope that helps you guys understand a little bit about the news bar and the news trading. We may get one more shake low. Either way, make sure you got something out of this. This is a very tough trade for most traders because it was so glacially slow, and then you get that big bar. And the key for the shorts is to keep the pressure on. Do not let the trades get their head above water. So we're going to use that. For now, we're going to use that 10.5, the doji idea, as resistance. And this will be for some chop trading. Hope that helps you with us.